welcome back. Chapter 2, Elohim. And that is on, what page is that? It doesn't say actually, 2033? I don't know. Chapter 2, Elohim. What God means. Let us start with a few short pages devoted to the terms for God. In particular, we ask ourselves, does Elohim mean God or not? We know what Elohim means to us today, or better, we know what it means to most translators of the Bible today. But the reality is that no one knows precisely what the word Elohim meant for the authors of the ancient biblical text at the time they were written. Let us put it in more general terms. In the study of ancient languages, it is not uncommon to be uncertain about the primitive meaning of certain words. All the ancient texts that we know once stood in a cultural context that had disappeared forever, the contours of which are often vague and can be inferred only partially from the text itself. The point of physiological and historical research is to bring light concepts and aspects that have been taken for granted for so long that no one questions them anymore. Perhaps this logic would make more sense if we were to turn to question around the focus for a second on the concept of God rather than Elohim. Even if we accept that Elohim means God, we should ask ourselves, is our idea of God today the same as the concept of God that ancient Semitic people had thousands of years ago? Obviously, no. That said, the term Elohim in the Hebrew Bible entails multi-layered semiotics that we will try to summarize in the following sections. It will be helpful to note first that Elohim is not the only term in the Bible translated as God. Conversely, Elohim is not always solved with God either. Let us thus take a closer look at the meanings that Bible translators ascribe to the word Elohim and examine some of the hypotheses that scholars formulate in their books on the subject. The definition of such a term, as we shall see, is so uncertain that caution is the really indispensable attitude when moving on this ground. Number one, some of the meanings biblical Hebrew dictionaries ascribe to the term Elohim are rulers, judges, gods, superhuman beings, angels, children of God, mighty ones, God, deity, God-like beings, those from above. Number two, God also often renders the biblical term Eloha. According to some scholars, this variant is a feminine singular form from which the term Elohim is derived. Others hold that word Eloha is derived from Elohim and not vice versa. This term is also used to refer to foreign God. Number three, another divine name that is found in the Bible is El, which is usually considered the singular form of Elohim. However, some scholars, these are two distinct terms. El would be used to mean strong, powerful, an object of fear, or something to be accomplished. It could also mean chief or lord. Number four, The term Elohim, while always rendered with God by traditional translation, contains in fact the Hebrew ending of the plural. Monotheists claim that Elohim is singular despite the plural ending. However, it must be noted that Elohim is used in the Bible with both singular and plural verbs. So does it mean God or gods? Furthermore, it is often combined with an article. In Hebrew, the article in the singular and in the plural is the same. There is no distinction between the two. So we could translate it as God or the gods. And number 5, as noted, the article often precedes the term Elohim. It is not the same to say God or the God. This grammatical element alone proves that Elohim is not a proper name but a designation of an individual within a larger group. Wow. Elohim. That was chapter 2. Was it chapter 2? I think I'm just going to show you guys. This is the one I just read, so you can see it. And I'm going to stop here for now, and we will continue with the next one. It says 2 again. It says, I speak clearly and not in riddles. And there's the page number so you can see it. So join me next time.